Alright, so here we are, Metal Gear Solid 3, finally, a game that I actually genuinely love. I don't mind MGS2, but it's not as interesting to me. We're gonna start a new game. We're gonna hit I like MGS1, because why not? We're gonna play it on normal difficulty.
After the end of World War II, the
Hi,
world was split into two, East and West.
I is now live
This
streaming
marked
Metal
the
Gear
beginning
Solid
of
3.
the era called
Why
the
is
Cold
that showing
War.
up? Hey Venom, how are you? I'm fantastic because I'm playing one of my favorite Metal Gear games now, finally.
Flying over Pakistan, altitude 30,000 feet.
Approaching Soviet airspace.
20 minutes to drop off.
Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute.
All right. You ready to go?
Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass. Cav okay.
Good. We've got high visibility.
It is the world's first Halo jump, you see. We're playing this on normal difficulty, and I picked I like
Put out
MGS.
that cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask. Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
Approaching release point.
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey, are you deaf?
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
I haven't played this in a very long time. I hope you guys can forgive me. It'll take a minute to get back into the groove.
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch.
Sunrise.
The music's kicking up, guys.
External temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes to drop off. Stand up.
You'll be falling at 130 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
Activate bailout model.
This is one for the history books. The world's first Halo jump.
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by. Status okay. All green.
Prepare for drop off. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread your wings
And fly. God be with you.
Not gonna lie, one of my favorite openings to any of these games ever. It is very well done. Hey Nick, how are you?
Jack, I've got some important news. The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the virtuous mission.
Virtual mission?
No, the virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission? Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
Don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right.
You're
So what
right.
exactly is this wonderful
At
mission?
least the cutscenes are interesting in this
Well,
one. MGS2 is a little
About 2
ish.
years ago,
Hey Firefly,
a
I'm
certain
assuming you have no
Soviet
audio.
scientist requested asylum in
Unless
the
you're on
West
lunch right
from
now.
one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB 754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov. Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961,
You have audio.
the Soviets achieved the first manned space
Love the
flight
pseudo-history in 3, which was missing in 2. Yeah.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin to orbit was the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible.
My
for the
parents were
multi-engine
very
cluster used in that rocket.
Surprised that I knew about it as well, to be honest.
After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story. So why do you want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creation.
Cal, I'm gonna beat you if you don't stop yeeting in my chat.
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the west. We used a mole to get the family out first.
Firefly, I thought you were my friend. You have betrayed me.
Shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
Rip. Guess you're all
The
grounded
security
now.
on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin.
Oh god, that's loud.
It took 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from
Got
the
to turn
research
down my-
facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th, 1960.
I still haven't fixed the grounding
President
command
Kennedy
yet.
received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba.
Also, thank you for the bits. I appreciate it,
President
Firefly.
demanded the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying
I'm not gonna lie, I
missiles
learned a lot of history from this game. I even ran it by my my history teacher in junior year of high school. I made sure to preface that, you know, I learned a lot of this from a game, which parts of this is true and which is not. And most of this is true,
Finally, on October the
which is
28th,
pretty cool.
The Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba. And so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the U.S. agreed to remove its IRBMs
Grounded a
from
bot.
Turkey?
Congratulations, Cal.
The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
Oh, backfired,
What the hell was he
Firefly.
working on?
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time.
Firefly,
Either
if
give
you know
up
how to make it
Sokolov
work,
or
please
risk
tell me and I'll
full-scale
fix it.
nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handing him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my side. Then, a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No, missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Always
Something to do
nukes,
with
isn't it?
weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No, according to our intelligence, he's in Selinoyarsk, place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin Cliffs. Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us.
Oh boy. Back in the games. Oh yeah. Same.
Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selino Yask in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the west. If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking. Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat-proof.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
Nick, kind of a mixture of both. I usually tend to go non-lethal, but it never goes completely non-lethal.
She's equipped
It depends on how I
with two
feel.
6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as
But it
two
won't be
40mm
completely
machine
killing,
guns.
that's for sure.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Currently
Only
playing on
time for
normal.
dinner.
But if anything goes wrong,
You'll be eating dinner, breakfast,
and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
Gotta remember the controls. I'm so used to the PS Vita version, and it has slightly different controls. I need to reacquaint myself with them. Game sound? What do you mean? There's something wrong with my audio? Oh, okay, that makes sense. I like how it actually has the name of the game on his helmet there. On his mask, I mean. Oh, Firefly, the Metal Gear series is literally nothing but fourth wall breaks.
Do you copy? You're already in
Thank you for the
enemy
host,
territory.
Firefly.
Somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
Snake?
What, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
You've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training?
Hey Nick, you know that they were trying to replace
glad to hear
David
that.
Hayter since Metal Gear Solid
I'd
2,
ever order
right?
one in a restaurant, but
Be careful.
Thank you for the
might
host,
not have a
Venom.
choice.
what about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom. This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I like snakes. I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No, there's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food.
It would have been
You'll
fine.
also
I
find
honestly
some
think
medical
Kiefer
supplies in your
Sutherland's
backpack.
performance wasn't too bad,
Yeah,
but I don't think it
another
fit
backpack.
Metal Gear Solid
I lost
5,
it in the
oddly
tree
enough.
on the way down.
I see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
To climb a tree, stand in front of a tree that's covered in ivy and press the action button.
By the way, my PlayStation 3 kind
I'll
of
be
sucks at
monitoring
reading
your
discs,
progress
so
on
it
the
might
radio.
glitch a little bit on
Can't
those
risk
little
violating
videos
Soviet
that show
airspace,
up.
but I'll be in the gunship. My frequency is
Cutscene should be intact, though.
140.85. I'll give you a call if I need to talk to you. If you need to talk to me, use the send function. Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
Get the backpack. Said what? Oh, if I did say it, I at least have my knife. I'm trying to remember that, okay, square button. Assuming... I don't remember how to stab, actually. So, we're literal snake eaters now. I've been spoiled by crouch walking on the 3DS version. Solid Snake. This isn't Solid Snake, though. This is his dad. Eek.
I see you've retrieved your backpack, Snake.
How did you see that?
To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack.
Nick, have you played the 3DS version?
Survival viewer, choose weapon from the backpack.
The 3DS version took
Your
out a
available
couple of the
weapons will
hidden
be
scenes,
displayed in a window in the upper left.
but it added crouch walking and a photo
Choose the
camo
weapon you
thing,
want
which
to
was
equip
great.
and press the
It
enter
basically
button.
turned it into Peace Walker's
Other
combat
equipped
system,
items
which was
just do the same
awesome.
thing from item.
Got it. Use the survival viewer backpack.
Yep, that's
Oh
right.
yeah, this game is full of fourth wall breaks,
Survival
even the
is
tutorials,
fundamental
of
to this
course.
mission. After you've been out in the field for a while, your stamina will start to drop. If your stamina gets too low, it'll affect your performance. You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example, and your wounds won't heal as smoothly. Keep an eye on your stamina so you don't run out. To recover lost
That one is
stamina,
on
you hunt for
PS2 and...
local flora and
Oh
fauna.
god, sorry, and
You can
PS3.
use either your tranquilizer gun
Metal
or
Gear
your
Solid
knife
3
to hunt.
My
Subsistence,
only weapon is a Mark 22
and Metal Gear
Hunter
Solid 3 HD
tranquilizer
Collection.
gun.
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor.
That was the first one I
However,
played.
the suppressor
Once I
will
played
deteriorate
Subsistence,
every
I was
time you
like,
fire.
I need this game more.
Once its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone. So don't get too trigger happy with it. The suppressor's durability is shown in the icon. Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying now, you'll have to find as you go.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment? Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
Solo covert actions are standard Fox operating procedure. You can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily waste. The same goes for bullets and cartridges, too. Your presence in enemy territory is already a violation of international conventions of warfare. There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia. It could spark an international incident. You can't let anyone see you. You can't let the enemy know you're there. This is a stealth mission. You're a ghost, Snake, in every sense of the word. And there'll be no
Go,
rescue if you're
get
captured.
quiet.
The military and US government will deny any involvement in the affair.
Then I'll just have to take care of myself, huh?
I'm afraid so. You've been given a fake death pill for that purpose. SIS guidelines stipulate that soldiers on covert ops like this one be issued a potassium cyanide capsule. Tape it to your body so you can take it when you need to.
How generous of you.
Use it if you're taken prisoner by the enemy. It'll send you into a state of false death for a short time.
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really dead. So, how do I come back to life?
Just take the revival pill.
You mean that thing they put in my tooth before the mission?
That's the one. But be careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that.
I'll keep it in mind. You said this was a solo mission, right?
Right.
I guess that means I can't count on any reinforcements.
Correct. The mission rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
Who?
I'll introduce them to you. This time, survival is of utmost importance. The first member of the support team will be in charge of monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic, so to speak, as well as recording your mission data. She's a member of Fox as well, and she's here on the gunship with me.
She?
Hello, Snake. I'm paramedic. Nice to meet you.
Paramedic.
As in a medic who comes in by parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh? It's John Doe.
And they call you Jack for short. You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, no one has a name. What's your name?
Jane Doe.
Very funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive.
I don't think it ever tells her
frequency
name.
is 145.73.
She's also
Actually, I
in
think
charge
it does
of
in the
recording
fourth
your
one.
mission data. Whenever you want to save, send a message over the reserved save frequency, 140.96.
So saving lets me record my mission data.
That's right. It also records the state of your health.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake.
Huh?
Speaking of snakes, you remember the boss, don't you? A legendary soldier and your mentor. Actually, it was the boss that got the DCI's authorization in the first place. She's going to be serving as Fox's mission advisor.
The boss is?
She
Oh,
also
boy.
helped me plan this mission. She and I were at SAS together.
Jack, is that you? How many years has it been?
Boss?
That's right. It's me.
Oh.
Talk to me. Let me hear your voice.
It's been 5 years, 72 days, and 18 hours.
You've lost weight.
You can tell just by the sound of my voice.
Of course I can. I know all about you.
Really? Well, I don't know anything about you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
I was on a top secret mission.
Hmm.
You didn't need me anymore.
Already
But there
hitting
were
the
still
feels
so many
right now
things
because I
wanted
know
you
what's
to
coming.
teach me.
No, I taught you everything you needed to know about fighting techniques. I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a soldier? I can't teach you that. A soldier needs to be strong in spirit, body, and technique. And the only thing you can learn from someone else is technique. In fact, technique doesn't even matter. What's most important is spirit. Spirit and body are like two sides of a single coin. They're the same thing. I can't teach you how to think. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself. Listen to me, Jack.
I completely agree with you, Nick.
Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be. Having personal
Try to keep it as
feelings about
spoiler-free
your
as you can, though,
comrades
if we talk
is one
about
of
it.
the worst sins you can commit. Politics determine who you face on the battlefield.
Because there are quite a
And
few people here that
politics are a
have not
living
played this
thing.
game, and I'd love for them
They
to
change
experience
along
it.
with the times. Yesterday's good might be tomorrow's evil.
Is that why you abandoned me?
If I know,
No,
please, you'll get it
It
stuck
had
in my
nothing
head.
to do with you. I already told you, Jack. I was on a top secret mission. A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given. It's not his place to question why. But you're looking for a reason to fight. You're a natural-born fighter, but you're not quite a soldier. A soldier is a political tool, nothing more. That's doubly true if he's a career soldier. Right and wrong have no place in his mission. He has no enemies and no friends. Only the mission. You follow the orders you're given. That's what being a soldier is.
I do whatever I have to get the job done. I don't think about politics.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later, your conscience is going to bother you. In the end, you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or just another man with a gun. There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Being patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country.
I follow the president and the top brass. I'm ready to die for them if necessary.
The president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms are up, others will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
People aren't the ones who dictate the missions.
Then who does?
The times. People's values change over time, and so do the leaders of a country. So there's no such thing as an enemy in absolute terms. The enemies we fight are only enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times. As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And that's the way a soldier's supposed to think?
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission, Jack.
All right, but do me a favor.
What is it?
Call me Snake.
Snake. Oh, right. Your code name is Snake. It suits you well.
That's right. The legendary unit that the boss put together during World War II was a snake. The Cobra unit, a group of heroes that brought the war to an end and saved the world. As long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine. Isn't that right, Snake?
Yeah, I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have with me. Oh, and one more thing, boss.
Yes?
It's good to hear your voice again.
Same here. After all, who knows if either of us will make it out alive? Snake, you are always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings.
Oh boy.
But this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those CQC techniques I taught you are sure to come in handy.
CQC? Close quarters combat, huh? I've been in the Green Berets for the past few years. I'm probably pretty rusty.
Not to worry. I'll be here to help you remember. After all, this is your first actual survival mission. I'll be supporting you over the radio.
Where are you, boss? Next to the Major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
My frequency is 141.80. Call me if you need my advice on battle techniques.
Gotcha.
Your mission is to retrieve Dr. Sokolov. Dr. Sokolov is being held in an abandoned factory located to the north of your current position. Avoid heavy combat and don't let anyone see you. Don't forget that this is a stealth mission.
So if it isn't evident, we're going to be watching and listening to everything.
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
It's going to be even more interesting when we get to Metal Gear Solid 4, which is a literal movie.
Commencing virtuous mission now.
Commencing virtuous mission in a second. We're going to change some... Ooh, pardon me. We're going to change something. Alright, now we're actually on the... Wow, I forget how little health you actually get in normal. I forgot to look at it beforehand. A little bit, yeah. In Extreme, you get as much as your name. Yeah, I know. I played the European Extreme one. Aren't there some grenades over here somewhere? I can't remember. I just know not to get knocked into the bat, because if I do, I'll die. I swear there were grenades somewhere over here. I think that's where they are. I played European Extreme. It's not that bad, honestly. Oh, that's a suppressor. Oh, I swear there were grenades here, because my favorite thing to do is to blow up the alligators. Because you actually get a lot of food from them. Which, speaking of, we should probably collect some. Because the more food, the merrier. By the way, we're going to preface by saying the bosses are going to be all beaten non-lethally, just because I want to get their camouflage.
Major, I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
AK-47s and grenades.
The one that's going to be most fun and time-consuming is going to be the end.
Snake, your presence in Soviet territory is already a violation of international law. You can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and the American government are involved. Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This is a stealth mission. Got that?
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to sneak through the jungle without being seen. The success of the mission depends on how well you use your camouflage. Change your camouflage by selecting Camouflage from the Survival Viewer. The Uniform option lets you pick your uniform, while the Face option lets you change your face paint. Choosing camouflage that blends in with your surroundings will help you conceal yourself more effectively. Also,
Non-lethal
don't forget
fear
that
is
anything
not
that
fun.
moves will stand out in the jungle. If you just stand up and run around like an idiot, you're bound to be spotted. But if you crawl instead, you should be able to sneak by without being noticed. You can see how effective your camouflage is by looking at the Camo Index. The Camo Index shows how well your current camouflage blends in with the surrounding area. The higher the value, the harder you are to spot, and vice versa. The key is to make yourself one with nature. Keep that in mind as you go along, okay?
Boss. All right. We're gonna wait it out till he's down. His fanny pack just kind of flipped into existence. I didn't know he was supposed to be able to walk in this far, to be honest. Alright, so we're about to test and see how bad my CQC is.
Answer me.
Yeah.
Speak.
We won't hand over Sokolov.
Speak.
Let go of me.
There we go.
Who is that?
Oh, this is bad. Forgot camouflage. No, they said it 800 times. We're not gonna go everything without the gun. Oh, my aim. There we go.
What's wrong?
Oh, shite. My aim is garbage. Sleep. Nap time. Nothing's here. I used to run through this game at least 4 times a week. And then when you go from 4 times a week to maybe once every year, it's taxing. So here it's kind of teaching you how to, oh yeah, I platinumed this game. Not the PS3 version because I was logged out when the trophy synced, but I did the Vita version. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and look ahead here. Probably gonna... No, I watched every cutscene. Oh wait, I forgot, they all kind of run away. It was before I had a job and actually had time to do it. Like I said, no job and having plenty of time. That's how I did it.
Major, I've reached the abandoned factory where Sokolov is supposedly being held. This place is a dump. I can't see Sokolov from here. The security is pretty tight. There are sentries posted around the perimeter. I wonder how many are inside.
I'd love to learn how to speedrun this game, but it would make me hate it doing it, so
Your
I'd
objective,
prefer not to,
Sokolov,
honestly.
is inside the factory. They should be holding him in a room in the northeast section.
Northeast section. Got it.
Be careful. Your mission is to bring Sokolov back alive. He must not be exposed to any kind of danger. Do not approach Sokolov while in the alert phase.
Right.
Oh, and one more thing, Snake.
You mean there's more?
No, it's just that when you get to Sokolov, I want you to tell him something from me.
And that is?
Sorry for being so late.
Is that all?
Yes.
Understood. Beginning my approach to the target.
Ah, yeah, time to approach him. And give him the short end of the barrel. I don't think my camouflage choice was actually...
Just my imagination. Just my imagination.
on. Oh shit! Nothing happened. One thing I don't like about this one is just the fact that I can't stop the alert once it's happened. Like, the guy could just speak, like, and then, like, suddenly I'm in the alert phase. I think he knows where I'm at. No. Don't worry about it. Like I said, pretty rusty at this game.
You must be Sokolov.
Are you one of Volgin's men? You'll never get it from me.
No. I'm a CIA agent. I've come to escort you back to the other side of the Iron Curtain.
You're CIA?
Yeah. I was sent by Major Zero, the man who got you out 2 years ago.
Zero?
I have a message from him.
What is it?
He said to tell you sorry for being so late.
Did he now?
What does it mean?
It means he's a man of his word. But we've got no time for this. You have to get me out of here before they arrive.
No time for this, but get ready for some...
Who's they?
Colonel Volgin of Gru. You in the West know him as Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt? Never heard of him.
He's a member of the Army's extremist faction, a man who seeks to seize control of the motherland. Ever since the Cuban Missile Crisis 2 years ago, Khrushchev has been pursuing a policy of peaceful coexistence with the West. Despite resistance and criticism from hawks in the army and the provincial authorities, Khrushchev has managed to suppress the opposition so far. But the failure of his agricultural policies has put him in a precarious position. And on top of that, the tragedy last November.
President Kennedy's assassination.
Precisely. In a sense, Khrushchev has lost his biggest partner, and his power base is rapidly crumbling away. A certain group is plotting to use this opportunity to seize power by rallying the anti-government forces, overthrowing Khrushchev, and installing Brezhnev and Kosygin in his place. The mastermind behind this plot is Colonel Volgin of the GRU. He has control over another secret weapons research facility much like this one, OKB-812, known as the Granin Design Bureau, and is using it to further his plans. But that is not enough to satisfy him. Now he's plotting to seize the secret weapon I have been developing here and use it as leverage in his bid for power. The intelligence says that they are going to make their move during the test.
Then, the soldiers outside.
Exactly. They wouldn't need that many men just to keep me inside. Their orders were to prevent Colonel Volgin from capturing me. Even if it meant killing me in the process, or so it would seem. Volgin will come, I'm sure of it. You must get me out of here before then.
Leave it to me.
By the way, your Russian is superb. Where did you learn to speak it?
From my mentor.
Is that so? America is truly a frightening country.
Having second thoughts?
No. I have no love for this place. Let's go.
Major, this is Snake. Sokolov is safe with me. He's doing fine. No injuries.
Good work, Snake.
For very
Now
little
hurry up and
time, we
get
have a lot of
Sokolov to
time
the
to talk.
recovery point. We'll rendezvous with you there.
Roger.
What about the sentries?
I managed to get past them.
I see.
What about the boss?
We lost contact with the boss some time ago.
What happened?
It's probably just a weak signal. Just hurry and get Sokolov out of there.
Had to do a Kamehameha, guys.
Freeze!
So this is the legendary boss.
Huh?
Huh? We meet at last.
You!
It's fine.
You're from the Ocelot unit of Spetsnaz. Huh. What's a GRU soldier doing here?
Soldier?
He's the Ocelot commander.
Ha! That's Major Ocelot to you. And don't you forget it.
Sokolov is ours. Now get out of here.
And Ocelot never lets his prey escape.
What?
It's not pain. Firefly, it's okay that you have a life and are working and are trying to do things.
Ah! Ah! Ah!
Ew, why is Ocelot's purr? That's ugh. It's the most cringy thing about this scene. Firefly, I hope you have the volume on. You'll know what we mean by Ocelot's purr. You ready?
I can't say it feels good to kill a comrade, even if it is for the GRU.
Sokolov, take cover.
Here we go. Nope, not quite. Almost.
Huh. You're not the boss, are you?
that fixed it a little bit.
Crew operatives!
What is that
Wow.
stance? Huh. That gun.
It's so cringy,
If
it
you're not the
hurts.
boss, then die.
Firefly, did that fix the issue a little bit, by the way?
Major! Leave it! Shoot the other one! Whoa!
Why would you even bother pulling the trigger at that point? Hey Sparks, how are you? I know you've been lurking, but hi. Came in at a good time. Stealth mission. Yep, it is. There's the bullet, that's the culprit.
Possible. You ejected the first bullet by hand, didn't you? I see what you were trying to do, but testing a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you. Besides, I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. You tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique.
You filthy American dog!
Get wrecked.
But that was some fancy shooting. You're pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah, you did miss it. Typing is awkward. Spark, download the PlayStation second remote app, and then once it prompts you on screen to type, you can actually use that app to type through your phone. It's a lot easier.
Major,
Also, if you're watching it on the PlayStation, I bet you Tara is not far, so tell her,
You all right?
tell
run into a few
Tara
snags.
that I said
These
hey,
guys were after
if he
Sokolov,
doesn't hear
too.
me.
Apparently, they were taking orders from a GRU colonel named Volgan,
A GRU colonel?
part of an internal Soviet power struggle, according to Sokolov. Something between the KGB and GRU, between Khrushchev's supporters and Volgan's.
Sokolov was being guarded by the
Shh,
KGB
I didn't say
and hunted
Hera.
by
Shh.
GRU? Snake, it sounds like this could be even hotter than Cuba.
Tell Tara.
I don't
I
like
almost
it.
said Telltale
Something about the
because
whole thing
Telltale Games
stinks.
I agree. You better hurry.
didn't happen.
Sokolov ran off by himself, but I'll catch up to him.
We're counting on you.
Ugh. Hold on a second. The hair on my tongue and it's bothering me. Hold on. Ugh. I'm actually gonna take just a quick break because I have to use the restroom. Right back. And I'm back. I thought I was using a headset. That GIF is something I drew on Flipnote Studio 3D in about 2 hours. And I'm so proud of it that I had to put it in somewhere here. Alright, let's go. I forget, does he drop anything? That's not what I wanted. Gimme. Go. Anything else? Yeah, 2 hours well spent. I mean, it was my first and only animation, so yeah, I feel like it was a big accomplishment. So we're gonna go under here and we're gonna try something real quick. Hopefully. Come here, mouse. Need you. I need food. Sustenance. Sneak a snack. Trying to animate things recently, I don't know how human beings have the patience. Yeah, I didn't really have the patience for it, to be honest. I just got bored and had nothing else better to do. So we're gonna put that there in hopes that we find something. Something special. And if not, it's no big deal because I won't be revisiting this file again. So. Let's go. So this is the first time I've actually played it on normal mode. I don't remember how difficult it's gonna be. Because I played it on extreme, but on the 3DS where it was much easier. Like, just because there's a lot more to the stealth in the 3DS version. I forget how many frames that was, because promptly after finishing it, it corrupted my DS and I had to reformat it.
You okay? Those men were from the Ocelot unit.
Spetsnaz?
Yes. The best crew has to offer. They're coming for me. I'm finished.
Calm down. I'll get you out of here, I promise. And we've got some of the best backup we could ask for.
Look.
That's what they were making you build.
Yes. The Shagohod. The treading behemoth. A tank capable of launching nuclear IRBMs.
It can launch nuclear missiles from that kind of terrain?
Oh, yes. And without support from friendly units.
A nuclear-equipped tank capable of operating solo.
Sounds like the fevered dream of a madman, if you ask me.
Is that thing finished?
No. This is only the end of Phase 1. It won't be truly finished until we complete Phase 2.
Phase 2?
The weapon's true form. If it is completed and the Colonel gets his hands on it, it will mean the end of the Cold War.
The end of the Cold War?
Yes. And then the Age of Fear will truly begin.
A world war?
I had no choice but to cooperate. I didn't want to die. I wanted to see my wife and child again in America. Please, take me to America, quickly. They cannot complete it without my help.
Got it. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go again. More cutscene. Roll it down for a minute. Here's where the good part is. chat box is usually there just so that way there is context, because I do post these to YouTube. Otherwise, there's no context. I can remove it if I have to, though.
Jack.
What are you doing here?
Sokolov comes with me.
Hornets.
Not the bees. Every man's worst nightmare. Anybody's worst nightmare, honestly. The helicopter. That's pretty loud.
My friends, let us fight together again.
I've waited long for this day.
We will fight with you once more. Welcome back, boss.
Now that all 5 of us are
Eyeballs
together,
angrily.
it's time we go to the depths of hell itself. It's raining blood. Is he crying?
Music that plays during any scene that the sorrow was in.
Kuwabara, Kuwabara.
It reminds me of the episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog where Eustace needs to return the slab. Or suffer my curse.
Ah, what a joyful scene.
Colonel Vogan.
Welcome to my country. And to my unit.
What an absolute unit.
Boss, what is this?
I'm defecting to the Soviet Union. Sokolov is a little gift from my new hosts.
Firefly, you're grounded.
Recoilless nuclear warheads. These will make a fine gift for me.
This can't be happening.
Who is he? Another one of your disciples? Are we taking him with us?
No, this one is still just a child. Too pure for us Cobras. He has not yet found an emotion to carry into battle.
What are you talking about?
Think you can pull the trigger?
Grounded yourself, Firefly.
He's seen my face. We can't let him live. If Khrushchev finds out about this, we're finished.
Firefly, I don't think you can win.
He must die.
Wait. He's my apprentice. I'll take care of him. Jack, you can't come with us.
Top 10 anime portrayals right here. Firefly, if you know how to make that work, please let me know and I'll fix it after the thing.
The new blood has been rejected. Are we done here?
Now, on to Sokolov's research facility.
Time paradox.
Shagohod is ours.
Drift away. My place is with them now.
Alright, Firefly, I sent it to you.
Snake, can you hear me?
Not at all.
Yeah. Just barely.
Snake, listen to me. You need emergency medical treatment. Can you move? You've got to get those wounds treated. Hang in there. All right, let's get you fixed up. Paramedic?
Okay, Snake. Just relax and it'll all be over before you know it. Stay with me. I've seen people in worse shape before. Think you can handle it?
Major. The boss. She's defected.
We'll talk about that later. First, we've got to get you patched up.
Okay, here we go. First, open the survival viewer with the start button. If you select cure, you can start the treatment. Healing is divided into treatment using medicine with the item window button and surgical treatment using the weapon window button. Your injuries include a fractured left elbow and rib bone, and lacerations on your upper arms, right elbow, and abdomen. They need to be fixed using surgical treatment. Move the healing cursor
Let's
with
slap
the
a
left
stick
stick
on
to the
that arm
affected
and
part of your
cigar
body.
some leeches. That'll fix it.
Once you've selected the
Right?
affected area, hold the weapon window button.
Hubbard,
and
try
use
the
left stick to select
exclamation
medical
grounded
item,
command for
and
me,
then
please.
press the enter button. With this method, you can use items to help your recovery process. To treat a bone fracture, first secure the affected area with a fastener and then wrap it in bandages. That should do it. For lacerations, you'll need disinfectant to clean the wound, sutures to stitch it up, styptic to slow the flow of blood, and
Sapphic got
bandages to wrap
grounded.
the wound. If you do everything I mentioned, the wound should heal completely.
I don't know how to make it to where a user grounds another user
Understood?
instead of a random user.
Stay with me. Go into the survival viewer and treat those wounds.
Alright. Cure. Suffering from deep cut. He said suffering from deep cut. Do we use the knife? That? Yeah. Cut. Cut. There we go. Your cover. Nice stream, guys. GG's. He's a bot. Yes, that makes sense. Cut the cut so it closes. You're not wrong, Nick. But I don't think that applies to this situation. Yeah, I gotta love those PS2 to PS3 conversions on textures.
Good job,
Fun fact,
Snake.
for those who didn't know, this game was actually
We're coming to
designed
get
for
you
the
now. Just stay where
PS3,
you are.
but
We'll
the
drop a
PS3 wasn't
recovery
coming out
balloon.
for another 2 years
Can
when
you
this
set it
game
up?
when they wanted this game to release, so they had to cram it all into the PS2. It was originally supposed to run at 1080 60 frames per second, but they couldn't do it, obviously. Also, foreshadowing.
Shagohod.
Technically, on my end, it's running at 60 frames, but I don't run it at 60 frames to stream because it kills my computer for whatever reason. It's mostly so I don't have to change it to 60 frames later when I stream a PC game because that kills my CPU. Now, could you imagine this being made in the Fox engine and not for a pachinko machine? Why did he growl at it? I'm scared.
Excellent. A great success. Thanks to the boss and her cobras, I have both Sokolov and the Shagohod.
What are we going to do with the girl?
Who is she?
Apparently she's Sokolov's woman.
She's a nice catch. I'll take her. Not so fast, my dear.
Fox.
A kiss of death?
Are you KGB?
We may be able to use her.
I think she was about to kill herself.
She has spunk.
Oh no, don't die.
Shall we take her back to the base?
Perhaps we should. We have no further use for Sokolov's research facility.
Let's hope none of you have
I think
Fox
it's time
die.
they gave this marvelous new toy a try.
Colonel, even if they are our enemies, they're still our countrymen.
But it won't be me that pulled the trigger. It'll be our friend, the American defector.
You're going to nuke your fellow Russians?
Remember the Alamo.
Colonel!
Let me just try this bomb. Meow. Kaboom. If the cloud is bigger than your thumb, you better run like hell. Sure, we'll save. Checking hard disk drive. You fine. Ignore all the easy and the one extreme that I've hardly touched. Alright, boys, here we go into the meat of the game. Darkness and silence. I want to sing, but I also don't. Well, Firefly, you always refer to yourself as a good, wholesome boy. What a thrill. Oh, fuck, I messed it up. I'm sad. I'll go let myself out now. I'm not actually gonna sing it right now, or at least not audible. I do plan on covering this. I have an instrumental somewhere, I just gotta find it.
Tree frog, it's ordeal, the trial to survive. For the day we see new light, I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time,
I love the gif there. Tara, I'm gonna make you a promise. If my voice isn't completely shot by 5 o'clock, which is in 2.5 hours, yeah, I will totally cover the song tonight. I'll record it, I'll do my usual stuff, and I'll send it to you.
Currently flying over the Arctic Ocean, altitude 30,000 feet. Approaching Soviet airspace. Arriving at the designated drone launch point. Drone oil pressure and voltage are nominal. Payload oxygen supply is nominal. Power supply to payload antifreeze system shows no problems. No gusts. All systems go for drone detachment.
Snake, we can't risk a halo jump this time around. Airspace security has gotten tighter since we were last here. We can't get as close to the ground as we did during the Virtuous mission. So instead, we'll be using one of our newest weapons. Snake, you're being given an honor on par with Alan Shepard. This is our last chance. Show your patriotism. If you fail, you'll be back in a hospital bed again, waiting for the firing squad.
One hell of a burden.
To be a patient in one of the most advanced ICUs in the world.
Would you do me a favor and tell the suits about visiting hours? I'll never get better with them assaulting me day and night with their questions.
Must be part of the top brass's inquiry.
More like an interrogation. According to them, I'm a traitor and an accomplice to the boss's defection.
They're just looking for a scapegoat.
Does that mean they're after you, too?
Let's just say neither one of us is going to be made a national hero out of this.
Does this mean Fox is going to die?
No. This Fox
You
is
excited
still one
about
step ahead of
something,
the Hound.
Firefly?
The reason I came to see you today, Jack, it's time for Fox to clear its name.
What are you talking about?
The situation has changed. We've still got a chance to come out of this one alive.
Yeah, what kind of chance?
Don't get too excited. Here, have a cigar. It's Cuban.
I do too. That's kind of why I liked Peace
This morning,
Walker so
I had a
much.
meeting with the CIA.
I know Peace Walker's a little bit different, but
No.
I like Peace Walker because of its style of cutscene.
Something even bigger. Yesterday, the White House received an unexpected call.
President Johnson?
Yes, I hear you, Mr. Chairman.
It was a hotline call from Khrushchev to President Johnson.
From the head of the Soviet Union?
That's right.
A few days ago, one of our country's main design bureaus, OKB 754, was destroyed in a nuclear explosion. At about the same time, our anti-aircraft radar picked up a signature that appeared to come from one of your military aircraft. Does any of this sound familiar to you? In retaliation, I have placed our armed forces on secondary alert. Depending on your response, I may be left with no choice but to order the military to maximum alert and unleash Armageddon. With the help of your predecessor, I was able to survive the Cuban incident. But my power is not as great as it once was. If I am to survive this crisis, I must have your full cooperation.
I should have contacted you myself. Did you know that one of our soldiers defected to your country a week ago?
No.
So you haven't heard then. The man who arranged the defection was a GRU colonel by the name of Yevgeny Borosovich Volgin.
Volgin? Of the Brezhnev faction. Go on. Who is the soldier?
Her name is the Boss. She's a living legend. During World War II, she was the one who led us to victory in that war. In Russia, you know her as Voyevoda.
You mean the Boss? The mother of your special forces?
Yes, that's the one. And she took 2 miniature nuclear shells along with her.
The Boss took 2 miniature nuclear shells.
I'm afraid so. I believe they were a gift for her new hosts. The Davy Crockett Atomic Battle Group delivery system was completed 2 years ago. Serious problems were found with the launcher's range and precision. Although they were mass-produced, they've never been deployed in battle.
But Sokolov's research facility was completely wiped out. The whole area is polluted.
I can only offer you my deepest condolences over this terrible tragedy.
So, the Boss, with Colonel Volgin's help, stole 2 experimental nuclear shells and took them with her as gift when she defected. Then, shortly thereafter, Sokolov's design lab, a top-secret military research facility, was destroyed by one of these weapons. Am I right so far?
Yes, that's correct.
And the American government denies any involvement in the affair. Is that right as well?
That's correct. We were not involved in any way.
Then what was a U.S. military aircraft doing on our radar screen? It was clearly in a violation of our airspace. And yet you say it was not acting under your orders.
That's correct.
You expect me to believe that this was all the work of a single soldier?
I don't know what else to tell you.
The Army insists that this is all a ploy on your part.
I've said it once and I'll say it again. Our government had nothing to do with it.
And I would like dearly to believe you. However, I'm afraid my power over the military has weakened since the Cuban incident. I will need some kind of proof that this was not the action of the American government. You have 1 week. You must catch the boss yourselves and recover the remaining nuclear device. Then, you must find some way to prove your innocence.
Prove our innocence?
Yes, preferably something painful. Prove to me that this is not merely another one of your tricks.
The boss should be close to Colonel Volgin. How about a little co-action?
I would not expect too much if I were you. The political situation here is unstable. And Colonel Volgin is a member of the Brezhnev faction, which seeks to topple my government. 1 week. You have only 1 week. And if it is not too much to ask, do something about Volgin as well.
What is that supposed to mean?
Nothing. It means nothing. Call it a modest gentleman's agreement to ensure our continued relationship.
What if we can't prove our innocence?
Then I will be unable to restrain the military. I will be ousted, and they will seek their revenge.
A nuclear attack on the United States?
I leave the disposal of this situation entirely to your discretion, Mr. President.
Disposal?
If you fail, it will mean the beginning of a new world war.
To put it simply, in order to avoid a full-scale nuclear conflict,
Frank,
we have to
the
prove that
flying
America
whale,
was
you know,
not
the whole
involved in that
beginning is
explosion.
basically a Moby Dick
eliminated the boss
motif.
ourselves
I don't think that's what the whale is, but the whole flaming whale thing, I can't tell you, but I
Higher-ups
know
have
it's
decided
not
that
a
you're
Moby
the
Dick
only one
reference
capable
from
of
something else.
pulling this off. You were her last apprentice. Screw this one up, and we'll both be 6 feet under. There's no choice.
Are the Russians going to be helping us?
The KGB has promised to lend us one of their communications satellites so that you and I can talk to each other.
That's it?
They've also put us in touch with a couple of insiders.
Insiders?
There was a defection in September 1960. Do you remember it?
You mean the 2 NSA codebreakers who went over to the Soviet Union?
Precisely. Since then, they've apparently been training with the KGB for exactly this kind of situation. Their code names are Adam and Eva. I've been told that Adam has infiltrated Volgin's ranks. I've also arranged for him to provide you with an escape route. You'll need to rendezvous with him when you get there.
It really does look good for a PS2 era game. Not much was changed from PS2 to PS3 other than the frame rate and upscaling.
Control. Unidentified aircraft detected. Altitude 30,000
Like
feet.
mild upscaling.
It's fast. Estimated airspeed exceeding Mach 3. Bearing south. I'm about to lose it.
Appreciate you spending your dinner with me. Thank you for your sound effects, Firefly. I appreciate it. No earth-shattering kabooms just yet. I'm not gonna lie, this whole scene was very iconic for me, just because, like, here I am in the jungle now. You can hear all the sounds of the jungle. It's like, ah, shit. Now we're alone.
This is Snake. Do you read me?
Loud and clear. Glad to see you landed safely.
I got blown pretty far off target.
Snake, let's go over your mission objectives one more time. Rescue Sokolov. Find out what's happened to the Shagohod, then destroy it. And finally, eliminate the boss.
Well, no earth-shattering kabooms
This mission will
now.
be codenamed Operation Snake Eater.
Because I'll be taking on the boss in our Cobra unit, right?
Don't forget about Colonel Volgin.
I'm not a hired killer.
I know, but that was the Kremlin's demand.
Demand? You mean it wasn't just a request? What's it to us if the Khrushchev regime
Got him.
is threatened by the colonel and his faction?
If supporting the current regime helps us avoid a nuclear exchange, then that's what we'll do.
And what are the CIA's demands?
Our priorities are the rescue of Sokolov and the destruction of the Shagohod.
Roger that, Major Tom.
Hold on, Snake.
What now?
I'm changing my codename. It turns out Tom wasn't the most auspicious choice.
What do you mean?
Well, the truth is, when I chose my codename, I picked the wrong one.
The wrong one?
Did you ever see the movie The Great Escape? It came out last year.
Oh, must have missed that one.
Anyway, it's based on a true story about prisoners who escaped from a POW camp in Nazi Germany. The prisoners dig 3
Canberra.
tunnels as part of their plan, but the Nazis find 2 of the tunnels before they're finished. The prisoners succeed in escaping by using the last remaining tunnel. The names of those 3 tunnels were Dick, Harry, and Tom.
I get it. You used the name of the tunnel they escaped in as your code name because you thought it would bring you good luck.
Yes, that's exactly right. At least, that was the plan.
But
I got the name wrong. The one they escaped in was Harry. Tom was one of the unlucky tunnels. It was discovered by the Nazis before it was finished. I watched the movie again just to make sure. In fact, I even ordered the actual film from the movie company.
yeah, it doesn't sound like the greatest name to use. So what should I call you?
You know, let's just use Zero, like we've been doing all along.
Like we're playing war
Major
here.
Zero
Like we're
it is.
playing war,
We'll
and they're
start
like,
over from square one.
what's my name gonna be?
From square 0. My frequency is 140.85. Oh, I almost forgot. Paramedic is with us again on this mission.
Is this her last chance too?
If we fail, she'll have her medical license revoked. It's more or less the same kind of fate. Her frequency is the same as during the Virtuous mission, 145.73. She'll be recording your mission data as well, just like the last time. That frequency is also the same, 140.96. And there's one more person on your support team. His name is Mr. Sigint. He's an expert on the latest in weapons and equipment technology. You'll be going up against some of the world's most advanced weaponry when you infiltrate the research facility. If you have any questions, just ask him. His frequency is 148.41.
Mr. Sigint. Got it.
Adam, your KGB contact, is waiting for you at the abandoned factory up ahead.
The same factory Sokolov was being held in last week.
Yes, meet up with Adam first. He's cleared the way for you to rescue Sokolov.
How will I know this Adam guy when I see him?
You'll know once you reach the factory. The whole area's been polluted by the fallout from that nuclear blast. No one else would dare come close. The password is, "Who are the Patriots?" and Lali Lule Lo.
Lali Lule Lo. Gotcha.
You've been equipped with a 45 for this mission. Be careful, it's noisy.
Nick, one of those are ones I'm gonna set up as soon as I can, because I love some of it. I don't like his initial, like, I'm Sigint dialogue though, so I'm gonna just skip it.
For the United States
It's not a
government.
mandatory.
It would be necessary to make your presence known to a certain extent, to the Khrushchev regime at the very least. But remember, this is still a sneaking mission. Snake, if you fail this mission, it will mean an all-out nuclear war. Keep that in mind and proceed with extreme caution.
Understood. Commencing Operation Snake Eater.
Yeah, he said the thing. Oh, guys, he said the thing. Alright, so we're gonna go back into the radio and skip a dialogue thing real quick.
Yo!
Sorry. I just wanted to get the initial dialogue out of the way for something later. Lalilu Lalo. Sounds like a weird song. Guess what? What am I guessing? And Firefly, don't worry. I'm not skipping the important stuff. I have some optional dialogue that we're gonna go through, but I have to get a specific item before I can do that. Hey. Need that. Thanks for the bits. I appreciate it. Trying not to be loud. Sorry for the lack of sound enthusiasm, but I appreciate it so much. Really do. Now for another one of my favorite cutscenes here.
Looks like death wasn't ready for you yet.
Boss.
That arm still hurt?
What are you doing here?
Don't worry about it. Alright, where's our counter? How many times has the boss broken a gun now?
Go home. Gru and my sons are waiting up ahead. You don't have a prayer of finishing your mission. You're not even armed.
Thank you, Nick.
Boss.
I'm not your boss anymore. There's nothing for you here. Go home. Go back to your boss. There's no need to prove that you are virtuous here. This isn't America. That should stir things up a bit. You'd better hurry. The border
The less
is
you
60
question
miles
it, the
south.
better, Tara.
You ought to be able to run that far.
Why'd you defect?
They do actually give a description of it in the fourth one, I think, that gives it
I'm loyal
quote-unquote
to the end,
reason
to my purpose.
as to how it works.
What about you, Jack? What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country or loyalty to me? Your country or your old mentor? The mission or your beliefs? Your duty to your unit or your personal feelings? You don't know the truth yet. But sooner or later you'll have to choose. I don't expect you to forgive me. But you can't defeat me either. You know me too well. Just look at that bandana. If you can't put the past behind you, you won't survive long. If we meet again,
That's my
I'll
hand.
kill you. Now, go home.
Hey, go drunk, you're home.
This is Snake. Major Zero.
I read you, Snake.
I was ambushed by the boss.
You were what?
The drone's been shot to hell. It's up in flames.
That's not good. Enemy scouts are going to come looking for you.
Yeah, I know. But what was the boss doing here in the first place? There's got to be a leak somewhere.
No, that's impossible. The man the boss is working with, Volgin, isn't exactly on speaking terms with Khrushchev.
I lost my gun. The boss destroyed it.
Snake, I know how you're feeling. It's hard for me to believe, too, that a legendary hero like the boss would go over to the Russians. That she'd double-cross us like this. But that's how it is, and if you don't accept it, you'll never be able to beat her.
That's not the problem. In terms of sheer technique, I'll never be able to beat her. I know that all too well.
You've got to do it, Snake. She's your enemy and your objective.
Enemy? We were together for 10 years, and now you tell me she's my enemy?
Enough. Hurry to the factory where Adam is waiting. Scouts have probably already been sent out to investigate the explosion. You've lost your weapon, right? That means you've got no chance of winning in a battle situation. Whatever you do, don't let them see you.
All right. We have any other weapons? Oh, we don't even have the A20. That's fine. We're gonna get rid of this. I'm gonna get rid of this because that's.
What's this? HQ? HQ?
What's going on? Respond. There's something wrong. Support unit, confirm their status.
Trying to knock him out, but it ain't doing nothing. I don't know. Is that something we can actually do?
HQ, respond.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. We're under enemy fire. Enemy's position is unknown. Going into alert formation.
Acknowledged. Keep your eyes open.
Ooh, this is getting hairy. We're gonna put on some. This part. Oh yeah, that is MGS2. I got both of those, by the way. I don't think there's anybody else here. They all went over there. Johnny's whole bowel movement thing that happens is probably one of the funniest things in MGS2, to be honest. I don't know how they don't notice the fact that the bridge is shaking like fucking crazy.
Who's that?
Ah, shit, wrong button. I did not mean to do that. That guy's gonna die. Go! Death always follows. Anytime I go into alert, that's when it gets freaking stupid. And everybody dies. There's no surviving. Remember the basics of CQ. I like the effect that the knife gives off. Like, look at that. Choo, 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 choo. Wait for the evasion to be over. I've actually... son of a bitch. He just happened to run back over here. I ain't got no choice because I ain't got no guns. I'm gonna have to take the... I'm either gonna have to take the L or something. I'm probably gonna die here. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Just gonna get the knife, come back. Stop shimmying away. Just gonna get the knife. Let it happen, guy. Oh, get stuck on a tree too. That works. I think that's the guy that I chopped up earlier. Don't worry about it. He's dead now. Gonna wait so that alert doesn't carry over. Oh, I'm just gonna walk right into the enemy there. Did anybody else see that? As the screen was fading to black, you see a dude like hold. Ooh, that was the sound of my trap actually catching something. Basically the long and short of what was going on there. Are you actually heading off, Tara, or are you just making a joke? If you're heading off, have a good one. If you're just making a joke, good joke.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. We've lost sight of the intruder, going into high alert.
Acknowledged. The enemy is still nearby. Pursue and engage him.
Okay, gotcha. Trying to be sneaky. Not house the intruder. You're right. Nick needs friends too. Trying to be sneaky as I am on high ground and stick out like a sore thumb. Alright, so if anybody decides they're gonna mess with me, they're gonna get the AK-47. Give me a second, I'm gonna change things. Backpack 47. Boom! Now they'll die. There's nobody here. Nobody here. No. Look in that direction. Climb. Thank you. Alright, we're gonna try to initiate, actually, the thing that I wanted to initiate now that I got the item I need. Box. Alright, let's see if we can actually initiate this now.
Sounds like the Cobra Unit's members' names came from the specific emotions.
That's not what I wanted. I get it.
The Davy Crockett's that the...
Nope, that's not what I needed either.
Ah, you're using the survival...
That's also not what I wanted. Hold on, we're gonna get it. There we go. Everybody listen now.
I'm in a box.
A cardboard box? Why are you...
I don't know, I was just looking at it. Suddenly I got this irresistible urge to get inside. No, not just an urge. More than that. It was my destiny to be here. In the box.
Destiny?
Yeah. And then when I put it on, I suddenly got this feeling of inner peace. I can't put it into words. I feel safe. Like this is where I was meant to be. Like I'd found the key to true happiness. Does any of that make sense?
Not even a little.
You should come inside the box. Then you'll know what I mean.
Man, I don't want to know what you mean. Between you and paramedic, is everyone but me that is hooked up with a Major Strange?
Yeah, well, anyway, I suppose even that dumbass box might make a decent disguise if you wear it inside a building.
That's literally the only time I will ever call Sigint, because that is the funniest shit ever. Then we just gotta do that, and then on to the next cutscene.
Sorry I'm late.
Cut the engine. They'll hear us.
There's a lot of people around here. I'm surprised they don't hear us.
Are you Adam? I thought you were supposed to be a man.
Adam couldn't make it.
All right, say the password. Who are the Patriots? Who are the Patriots? Answer me!
What are you gonna do with that knife?
Trapped.
Get down!
Sparks, I need you to send that to the memes channel, please.
There is your answer.
Excellent. We need that in our lives. No longer sparks in a blanket, it's sparks in a box. We are a good, wholesome stream. We will not hit R1 when it prompts us to.
The name's Eve.
Nope. Resist temptation. Avert your eyes.
This wasn't part of the plan. What
Look
happened
at the
to Adam?
singular booby.
What's your code name?
It's Snake.
Snake, huh? Well, I'm Eva. Are you here to tempt me?
No, she doesn't.
Adam.
Colonel Volgan is a very suspicious man. He decided Adam wasn't the right person for this mission.
And you were.
Yes,
Why?
because I can do things he can't.
I wonder what that is.
I heard you used to be a code breaker for the NSA.
I was. 4 years ago, I defected to the Soviet Union with Adam.
A valid reason, but a very stupid valid reason.
The broom handle.
It packs quite a punch. Nice to have when you're on a bike.
You held it sideways and used the muzzle jump to create a horizontal sweep. That was impressive.
Bet you've never seen that technique in the West.
It's imitation, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a Chinese Type 17 pistol. Around here, even that's hard to come by. Don't worry, though. The one I've got for you
In
is a
Firefly,
new-
there's always boob talk. Don't worry about it. That's what most of Metal Gear Solid 5 is.
45, huh? Incredible.
Do you like it?
The feeding ramp is polished to a mirror sheen. The slide's been reinforced, and the interlock with the frame is tightened for added precision. The sight system is original too. The thumb safety is extended to make it easier on the finger. A long type trigger with non-slip.
So just a heads up, we're actually going to go just another hour for 4 o'clock because I'm tired of sitting in this chair, but I don't want to quit right now.
And not only that, nearly every part of this gun has been expertly crafted and customized.
Other than the hole where the suppressor is, where the bullet comes out, everything on the gun looks greatly textured, by the way. Speaking of textures.
It from a Western munitions armory. It probably used to belong to one of your officers, and there are more where that came from.
Awesome, I'm gonna check it out now.
You had this with you, didn't you? Better take this too.
What's that?
A disguise to make you look like a scientist.
A disguise?
Yes. You're here to rescue Sokolov, right?
Sokolov's still safe then?
Yes. He's being forced to continue his work on the Shagohod.
Where?
At the lab. They've got a whole army of scientists there developing new weapons.
Oh, I thought I meant the Whirlpool meme. My memes channel is even better. Well, not really even better. You get what I mean. Just as good.
Can we get Sokolov out of there?
Sparks looks so comfortable in the box.
Tell me how to get to the lab.
The safest way in is from the rear. First, you'll need to head north through the jungle. You'll come to a heliport used for shipping materials. Pass the heliport and continue north, and there will be a large crevice. Descend into that area and you'll reach a cave. Move through the cave and you will arrive at a mangrove swamp. After the swamp, there'll be a warehouse. Make your way through the warehouse and you'll come out just south of the lab.
Got it.
And just what are you doing there?
In close-range combat, a knife can sometimes be more useful than a gun. By doing this, I'll be able to hold a knife at the same time and still keep the gun steady. That way, I can instantly switch between a gun battle and a knife fight. Right, let's get going.
Wait a minute.
What now?
You must be tired. Why don't you take a little rest?
I'll be fine.
Gone thought, you shall not seduce me.
You'll never make it in your condition. It's a jungle out there. There's still an hour before dawn. It's dangerous to be out in the jungle at night without a guide.
What about you?
I have to get back. I can't be gone for too long. They'll start to suspect something. Don't worry. I'll keep you updated.
Firefly, if you haven't noticed, it's all just fan service.
That's it?
My orders are to provide you with information, nothing more. You look disappointed. All right then. I'll do something special for you.
Fun fact, in the end, you can actually see her nipples in the survival viewer.
I'll stand watch until dawn. Now be a good boy and lie down. What's the matter?
Because if you look on any fact video about Metal Gear Solid 3, that's always on the list.
Trust you.
How well do you have to know me to trust me?
I don't know if I can trust anybody.
Gonna get that?
She's right, Snake. You should get some sleep. Although in your condition, you really ought to be back in the ICU. Whenever you save the game and quit, you'll go to sleep. Sleeping allows you to gain back stamina naturally. Depending on how long you sleep, you may also recover naturally from sickness and injury. When you're tired or hurt, the best thing to do is just get some sleep. So do yourself a favor and take a nap.
Schlep.
Doctor's orders, okay?
Yeah, okay.
So this game was honestly pretty revolutionary at the time, because when it says if you sleep long enough, as in save, cut off the console, and come back another time, you actually do get health back. Even if you're like poisoned or things are broken on your body, cuts, it heals, quote unquote, if you save and leave the game for X amount of time. Real time comes into effect on other parts of the game too, but we won't be doing that because I want to get everything I can remember at least. For a wholesome stream, we will not be hitting R1. I'm sure you know why.
What's the matter?
We're surrounded. I see 4 of them.
We've got company. It's the Ocelot unit. Let's get out of here.
No,
Hurry.
Tara, please.
Don't forget your gear. Here, give me a hand.
Ouch, Tara, my non-existent feelings.
We can use this to get to the basement. Damn it, Ocelot. I'll get past them on my bike. I'll call you later.
Okay, I'll keep them busy. Huh?
Don't go dying on me now.
Alright, so if we do this right... Oh, my thing that was down here is gone. That's fine, I goofed it.
Move! What?
Didn't see Jack Diddley. Oh, of course. Oh shit. Guy with a shotgun. Forgot about that. Probably shouldn't stay near that. I was expecting to be a little more stealthy about that, to be honest. Oh, there's no way you threw that shit. Oh, son of a bitch. I used to be good at this game, believe it or not. Don't judge the content now, but I used to be good at this. There's a guy up top there.
Where did that come from?
Oh, he's dead. Got it? I don't remember where... Did I get my MK back? Yeah, I did. Alright. Good, because I'm probably going to be needing that. I don't know where the last guy is. I could probably use the... That's not what I wanted. Look it up, Venom. he still in the room? Alright, now I'm confused. Do I have to kill them? Gonna get that. Alright, I'm actually confused here. Trying to see if I bugged it out, but I can't find the last guy. Because it doesn't seem like anybody's here. Oh, there he is. Alright. Sorry, guy. I'm surprised I didn't hear any of those gunshots, honestly. Not quite sure how he didn't hear any of those guns.
I've been waiting for this moment. That's it. That's the stance. I don't think so. What? A female spy? This bitch is wearing perfume. Stay where you are.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Don't worry, he gets his comeuppance plenty of times throughout the series. So
There'll be no accidents this time.
You call that an accident? Well, it wouldn't have happened if you hadn't been showing off.
What did you say?
It's a nice gun, I'll give you that. But the engraving gives you no tactical advantage whatsoever. Unless you were planning to auction it off as a collector's item. And you're forgetting one more very basic thing. You don't have what it takes to kill me.
We'll see.
That thing only carries 6 shots. The Makarov carries 8. You have to get a feel for how many you have left. This is a high-class weapon. It's not meant for shooting people.
Damn! This isn't over yet.
Don't.
Why?
He's still young.
You'll regret stopping me.
Damn it! I've got to get back before he does.
Forgot I muted my mic. She is cool. Cool until the very end. I'm not talking about just the end of this game either. I changed my mind. I'm actually going to go in about 15 minutes because my butt really hurts from the chair. Gonna get to a good spot though. Why did she get what? Are you asking, Andrew? Oh, I forgot. That's a thing.
Snake, are you there?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Did you make it without any trouble?
No one saw me.
So you're back with Vulcan.
In a matter of speaking.
What about the boss?
Yeah, she's here too.
Better be careful.
Thanks, I will. The boss and I get along pretty well, though. I guess we traitors have a lot in common.
Why would anyone want to defect? Betraying your country like that, I just don't get it.
Are you talking about the boss?
Why do you do it? Weren't you born and raised in America?
Yes, in a small rural town. I never even knew there were other countries, other cultures, other ways of thinking, until I went to work for the NSA. And one day, I found I'd lost faith in the things I'd been taking for granted.
What did you see? What was it that made you want to change sides?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Try me.
I saw the universe.
The universe?
Not the actual universe. The universe as the intelligence community sees it. I realized that the gravity in this universe was holding me back. That's all. People and countries are both changed by their environment and by the times.
That sounds like what the boss was saying.
There's a world of difference between this country and America, but it's only a difference of position, a difference of perspective. Coming here made me realize something. Half of what I'd been told was a complete and utter lie. The other half was a conveniently constructed lie.
Where's the truth, then?
It's hidden in the lies.
Are you lying, too?
Who knows? I've been trained to make even the most severe falsehood sound like the honest truth. Weren't you?
No. I believe
Andrew, this is a wholesome stream. Please stop.
That's part of my mission.
I'll have to remember that. If you need me, give me a call on the radio. My frequency is 142.52. See ya.
I don't know what you're talking about, dude. I really don't. Not something we talk about on stream, anything that I've shown anybody anyway. It's all personal. Dude, time this right? And drop. Try to stay away from the gators, otherwise they'll kill me, and we don't want to die. And that's what I'm looking for. And now we gotta get the leeches. Hey, Venom. I killed a leech. Now we need food. Which is why I picked these up. I'm not gonna watch him eat this. Not too bad. Oh, hey, Venom, Firefly, guess what I got? I don't know if Firefly has. First, I got this echo thing, but what I wanted to actually show. Forget where it is, actually. There it is. Ready? I can scare people. I can legitimately scare people with this thing. We're actually gonna keep this on for a minute. Cause it's it looks so weird. Look at him go with that cap. Oh, that was a broken texture if I've ever seen one. Look at my schnoot. It goes through tree. Oh no.
Seeing things. What the? Who was that? Who's that?
Oh, I was hoping he'd get fooled by it. How unfortunate. I was really hoping they'd fall for it, to be honest. Don't worry, I'm not gonna kill the doggos. They're just sleeping, and that's for real, I believe me. Ugh. Fucking fall down. Take a nap. There shall be no doggo killing here, only sleep darts. Alright, so we're gonna do the Ocelot fight here in just a few, and that's where we're gonna call it for today. Wait, what? Where? Oh, come on.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. We've lost sight of the intruder. Going into high alert.
Acknowledged. The enemy is still nearby. Pursue and engage him.
The box is only good for indoor situations, not indoor. Right, and this. So we're about to blow up 3 things here. Because it's necessary. We actually need it. Come on. I have that TNT. Come on. Getting some significant lag for some reason. I'm gonna ignore the fact that that guy fell asleep right in front of you. So with all of these places blown to bits, dude, that's actually supposed to blow up. For some reason it didn't. There we go. With all of these places blown up, it actually causes them later in the game to have less ammo, weapons, and they can't communicate with each other at the moment now. Because I destroyed their communications, and they're going to be hungry because I destroyed their food supply. Which is an interesting mechanic to this game. What you do has little do with anything else in this game, but sometimes it has some huge significance.
here at last. Looks like the boss's info was right. Twice now you've made me taste bitter defeat. I hate to disappoint the Cobras, but you're mine now. All of you, leave us.
He did do it again, and it hurt my soul so bad.
It's just you and me. No one to get in our way. Ocelots are proud creatures. They prefer to hunt alone. Shots. This time I've got 12 shots.
More than enough to kill anything that moves except me. What are we drawing, folks? Oh, I love this music, I really do. Oh man, I suck. Oh, I thought I shot him.
Not bad, eh? Major, backing you up. Shoot him!
See, some of the bullets just tend to go right through him. Which is why it's hard to judge.
You won't get away from me!
Oh, still playing. Alright. Actually need that.
Not bad.
I haven't done anything.
Felt a tension like this before.
Why would you reload in the middle of, you know, where I can shoot you?
Simply changing a clip.
You know, they make things for
Time
them.
is exhilarating.
Snake, you know you could have shot his ass, right?
My hat.
Fuck your hat.
Not bad.
Ouch, I can shot.
You're all talk, huh?
Okay.
Oh god, every time I go and swap, it does that. Fuck you. Oh, that's not fair. Foolish fool. Oh. Aha, you fool. He still had health left, but that fool.
Damn it. He found us.
There's no way this would actually work. Also, yes, he already said it. Sorry, Hubbard. Run, buddy, run.
We'll meet again.
Alright, that's where we're gonna stop it for now, as soon as we pick this up. So we're gonna go and we're gonna do a raid. We're gonna raid Hollyworld since she's streaming currently. Thank you for the follow, Tyler. I hope you didn't just show up because I feel so bad that I'm leaving. We're about to go raid another cool streamer. She's currently playing Overwatch right now, and I think you would enjoy her. She has very great commentary and content. Very wholesome stream. So get ready. On your marks. As soon as I can get over there. Oh shite, I broke something. Alright. Give me a second. 8 seconds, come on. Thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it, and thank you, Tyler, for the follow. You guys have fun with the raid. Make sure to spam things, but don't be lewd. Bye.